Let's talk about Turkey. The country is at the center of global diplomacy, brokering deals between Ukraine and Russia, holding the keys to NATO expansion, and positioning itself as a regional peacemaker. But a quick zoom in, and it's like night and day. At home, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan is silencing opposition voices, arresting elected mayors, and threatening media with closure.
We are faced with great tyranny, but I want you to know that I will not give up. I love you all very much. The days when politics and justice were directed through street terror are now completely a thing of the past, along with old Turkey.
What is the paradox of modern Turkey? Is Erdogan turning into a dictator? And why is the West silent on Erdogan? I'm Ananya Dutta, and you're watching Grey Zone. Recep Tayyip Erdogan was elected as the mayor of Istanbul in the year 1994. He was a rising political star who had managed to quickly climb the ranks to win a mandate. Just as his tenure was ending, he attended a public rally where he read a nationalist Islamist poem with the lines, and I'm quoting from it, "The mosques are our barracks, the domes are helmets, the minars are bayonets, and the faithful are soldiers." At the time, a secular military-backed establishment was in power that saw this religious tone as a provocation. Erdogan was sentenced to 10 months in prison but served only 4. That moment sprung him to national headlines and popularity, painting him as a victim of elite repression and a champion of the people's voice. Fast forward to 2025, Erdogan is exerting the same power to jail opposition leaders, shuttering TV channels, and cementing his future. The anger became visible about 100 days ago when Ekim Imamoglu was arrested. He's a populist figure from the opposition Republican People's Party, and last year he won a second term as Istanbul's mayor. It was the first time since President Erdogan came to power that his party was defeated across the country at the ballot box. In the last 100 days, people have taken to the streets in large numbers, speaking out, calling the move undemocratic.
We are here today for our friends who were arrested, for Ekim Imamoglu, to defend our right, to show reaction against everything that is happening. I think our judiciary system has collapsed and I want my voice to be heard.
The anger towards the arrest of Imamoglu is on top of general public disdain. After 22 years of his rule, people want change. The elderly are finding it hard to access healthcare and medicines, and youngsters are struggling with rent and bread. Turkey has never experienced this level of poverty. The Turkish lira weakened past the psychological level of 40 against the dollar for the first time since a market rout in March. This week, Turkey launched an investigation into more party leaders from Imamoglu's party and arrested more mayors. The allegations are that the officials have insulted the president.
We are here today to be against the lawlessness and for the arrested mayors, and the animosity of the police against students, for all the country, even for the police, for everyone.
The crackdown has since broadened beyond elected officials, sweeping up journalists, students, YouTubers, cartoonists, critical business leaders, and even companies. Today, 2 Turkish TV channels close to the opposition are facing possible closure over their critical tone towards the government. Going back to the point where we started, Erdogan has strategically cultivated Turkey's image on the global stage. He has become a mediator between rivals, filled shoes abandoned by others, and has found friends in the West and East.
As Turkey, we are making every effort to stop the genocide in Palestine and to ensure that the war between Russia and Ukraine is brought to an end with a just peace. With the support of all our brotherly countries in the region, we believe that Syria will achieve lasting peace and return to its former days of glory.
Erdogan has put Russia, Ukraine, Gaza, Yemen, Syria all in one basket and is posing Turkey as carrying the basket towards peace. With global events bolstering his leverage, Erdogan is well placed to act with impunity, knowing that his global importance will likely shield him from repercussions at home. Turkey's next election is due in 2028, but there are growing calls for snap polls. It's hard to put a percentage on the number of people who want Erdogan out, but suffice to say that if elections were held tomorrow, he will likely lose by a landslide. Fully aware of this, Erdogan is in no rush to call snap elections. After all, he was re-elected president only last year. He has now signaled that he would like to be re-elected for a fourth term, which is not permitted by the country's constitution. Turkey is testament that it's never about just one man or just one country. It's about a world order that rewards power over principle and silence over scrutiny, as long as right deals are signed and the right wars are mediated. The question isn't whether Erdogan will tighten his grip. Experts say he will. The real question is, how long can Turkey let Erdogan wear the mask of a diplomat when a dictator awaits in disguise? I'm Ananya Dutta. You've been watching Grey Zone.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.